Our prime purpose in this life is to help others. And if you can't help them, at least, don't hurt them. My religion is very simple. My religion is kindness. The roots of all goodness lie in the soil of appreciation for goodness. If you can, help others; if you cannot do that, at least, do not harm them. A lack of transparency results in distrust, and a deep sense of insecurity. Sleep is the best meditation. In the practice of tolerance, one's enemy is the best teacher. Look at situations from all angles, and you will become more open. With realization of one's own potential and self-confidence in one's ability, one can build a better world. My faith helps me overcome such negative emotions and find my equilibrium. When we meet real tragedy in life, we can react in two ways, either by losing hope and falling into self-destructive habits, or by using the challenge to find our inner strength. Thanks to the teachings of Buddha, I have been able to take this second way. I have always had this view about the modern education system: we pay attention to brain development, but the development of warm-heartedness we take for granted. Home is where you feel at home and are treated well. As a human being, anger is a part of our mind. Irritation also part of our mind. But you can do anger come, go. Never keep in your your inner world, then create a lot of suspicion, a lot of distrust, a lot of negative things, more worry. If you have a particular faith or religion, that is good. But you can survive without it. Disagreement is something normal. Even an animal, if you show genuine affection, gradually trust develops. If you always showing bad face and beating, how can you develop friendship? Appearance is something absolute, but reality is not that way. Everything is interdependent, not absolute. I am a simple Buddhist monk, no more, no less. Open-minded people tend to be interested in Buddhism because Buddha urged people to investigate things. He didn't just command them to believe. In order to carry a positive action, we must develop here a positive vision. Be kind whenever possible. It is always possible. I find hope in the darkest of days, and focus in the brightest. I do not judge the universe. If you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion. Calm mind brings inner strength and self-confidence, so that's very important for good health. The purpose of our lives is to be happy. When you practice gratefulness, there is a sense of respect toward others. Appearance is something absolute, but reality is not that way. Everything is interdependent, not absolute. So that view is very helpful to maintain a peace of mind, because the main destroyer of a peaceful mind is anger. The ultimate authority must always rest with the individual's own reason and critical analysis. All major religious traditions carry basically the same message, that is love, compassion and forgiveness. The important thing is they should be part of our daily lives. Where ignorance is our master, there is no possibility of real peace. More compassionate mind, more sense of concern for others' well-being, is source of happiness. There is no need for temples, no need for complicated philosophies. My brain and my heart are my temples. My philosophy is kindness. Death. Death means change our clothes. Clothes become old, then time to come change. So this body become old, and then time come, take young body. All religions try to benefit people, with the same basic message of the need for love and compassion, for justice and honesty, for contentment. Even when we have physical hardships, we can be very happy. Sometimes one creates a dynamic impression by saying something, and sometimes one creates as significant an impression by remaining silent. The Chinese government wants me to say that for many centuries Tibet has been part of China. Even if I make that statement, many people would just laugh. And my statement will not change past history. History is history. Today, more than ever before, life must be characterized by a sense of universal responsibility, not only nation to nation and human to human, but also human to other forms of life. Of course, when I say that human nature is gentleness, it is not 100% so. Every human being has that nature, but there are many people acting against their nature, being false. Happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own actions. Love and compassion are necessities, not luxuries. Without them, humanity cannot survive. Old friends pass away, new friends appear. It is just like the days. An old day passes, a new day arrives. The important thing is to make it meaningful, a meaningful friend, or a meaningful day. This is my simple religion. There is no need for temples, no need for complicated philosophy. Our own brain, our own heart is our temple, the philosophy is kindness. We can never obtain peace in the outer world until we make peace with ourselves. It is very important to generate a good attitude, a good heart, as much as possible. From this, happiness in both the short term and the long term for both yourself and others will come. Too much self-centered attitude, brings isolation. Result, loneliness, fear, anger. The extreme self-centered attitude is the source of suffering. When you are discontent, you always want more. Your desire can never be satisfied. But when you practice contentment, you can say to yourself, "Oh yes, I already have everything that I really need." The best way to resolve any problem in the human world is for all sides to sit down and talk. We all have to live together, so we might as well live together happily. The basic Buddhist stand on the question of equality between the genders is age-old. At the highest tantric levels, at the highest esoteric level, you must respect women, every woman. Whether you call it Buddhism or another religion, self-discipline, that's important. Self-discipline with awareness of consequences. Because of lack of moral principle, human life becomes worthless. Moral principle, truthfulness, is a key factor. I think technology really increased human ability. But technology cannot produce compassion. I am just one human being.